lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold.
Good morning. Well, my whole sense of time is completely off. Good morning. Hope everybody's having that amazing morning. I think I've been doing too much running around like a chicken with his head cut off this week. Been a lot going on. So trying to help somebody out who probably may need a nursing home or something like that, but I am just kind of quite... So anyway, I apologize for not having the schedule up. And I saw what time it was. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? So, good morning, everybody. No, Karina, I almost missed it. Yes, more coffee. I was sitting there putting my shoes on, and Mina's like, do you see what time it is? I'm like, oh my gosh. So, what is this? You know, I always say that everything's an omen and there's no coincidences. This tells me I need to, before I even start the day, personally, I need that breath that I always suggest for everybody. Because now it's like hitting that light switch that says, okay, what were we doing just beforehand and what do we need to do to shift gears for the rest of the day? So that's why I really appreciate everybody who shows up, because you guys remind me to shift gears, and hopefully there's days where I can help you to remember to shift gears. Check in with the universe, make sure our feet are flat on the floor. Have our butts do a kitty dance, relax our shoulders and our necks. So much better than I was 10 minutes ago. And yeah, I tell you what, I've only had 1 cup of coffee this morning. I would say that's half my problem. So anyway, what are we going to do? We're going to check in with the universe, see if there's any angers or resentments, or see how we're feeling and check in with everything else. Are we finding ourselves this morning not focused? Not doing what we normally do? Well, that's part of checking in and saying, what is going on? And then shifting gears. So now, why, I've got that turned on. Let's see what's going on here with the video camera. One second. So, This is one of those mornings, isn't it? It is. Hold on one more second then. Because, sorry about this. This is, normally I am checking everything to make sure everything's good to go. But now, one more second. Sorry about this. Wonder what's going on with it. Do 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 do. You know what? I may just have to technogrumble. What it is totally something going on today. What do you think? Well, we are not going to argue with the universe. We are just going to do what a lot of people do. So, yes, welcome to seeing how the sausage is made. Now, so what does this mean for my day? This probably means that I should, after I do the tarot, well, let's see what the tarot says and then see what I can do to plan out the rest of the day personally. Did you feed them after dark? I got them wet. Okay, so I am now making our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path. Because that stack will lead us down one path, this a different one, and this a different one. So I am going to take the bottom stack here. And this is the things that I like to think of with the bottom stack that might be underneath influencing us and we don't even know it. So I am going to do our 3 and 1. So I have the cards in front. So I'm going to flip them over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. And the first card is our Knight of Cups. So, what are cups? Cups are our spirituality and our emotions and our feelings. And what are knights? Knights are the element of fire. So knights are action, energy, movement, getting things done. And with the Knight of Cups, sometimes the knights are also, they're ready to just jump into something. So with the Knight of Cups, let's see what the next card is. Ooh, which is strength. So, and what is strength? But strength is that internal strength that we have. It is that reaching inside when we really need to get something done. It's that I am going to get out of bed this morning on time, which I did. I got out of bed at a good time. When you get out of bed on time and you make sure that you just do the things we're supposed to, it's reaching down inside. So it's not physical strength at all. And this is why we do a morning meditation. Because what happens to be the next card? Well, it's one of the happiest cards in the deck, isn't it? Look at these people. Look at that. They're smiling. The children are happy. There's a rainbow in the air. So this guy looks like he has something to offer, right? And court cards can be us, they could be somebody else or part of the situation. Gender neutral, not male or female, masculine, feminine energy. And so when we have something to offer, when we are able to be emotionally available, it's almost like where we're feeding the strength. And I want to say that intuitively, I want to say and ask, is there somebody that needs additional strength? So I just mentioned that I'm helping somebody who she's elderly, and so I'm trying to help get her some extra care. So for me today and yesterday, that's kind of how I've been feeling. So the question is that sometimes when we are at our lowest, sometimes when when things seem tough, I'll throw out what I say sometimes, that I used to cry because I didn't have shoes until I saw a person cry because they didn't have feet. So even at our worst of times, we have something to offer somebody. And we may not realize it, but maybe this is that push that somebody needs. They need a little extra strength. So I'm seeing, and I haven't even flipped over the advice card yet, but I'm seeing this as we, regardless of our situations, are the Knight of Cups. We are supposed to be hearing this today. This morning, for example, I'm all worried about myself because, oh my gosh, I'm going, this is how I feel and I'm going to be late for everything. It's like, I am so self-centered this morning that there's going to be an opportunity somewhere to be of assistance or help somebody. And that will pull me out of my own self-indulgence, self-awareness, self-centered focus, and I'll be able to help somebody. So I think this is our chance to recognize that. But let's turn over the advice card. So today is our day of cliches, because what is the advice card but nothing else but the Wheel of Fortune? So, as I always say, there are no coincidences. Everything's an omen. And there's no fate. We make our fate. Nothing is set in stone. When we spin that Wheel of Fortune, I always say, if you do the next right thing, you get the next right thing. But I think today is that day of really looking around. What do we need to do to be less self-focused? So that we can offer to somebody. Is this the right direction? First, second, third. So that we have something to offer somebody. So that we can get it out of ourselves. So that we can maybe help somebody else, no matter how we feel, as we read this story. And what that it's going to end up doing is that it will affect where we are tomorrow. The Knights of Cups, the troubadour of compassion. So we may not realize just that small little thing that we do today, and I would just suggest it. that small little thing we do today. And it also brings to mind something else that somebody once told me. And I don't know why I'm throwing this out, but it's kind of popped into my head. But they once told me, it's like, Jamie, you know how when you normally go out and you'll do something nice for somebody, it's like it feels good to tell somebody, I did something nice for somebody. Well, imagine doing something nice for somebody and being secret about it. Something that's really actually a little bit above and beyond. And then it's like you're secret about it. So it's not about getting the praise. It's not about, look at how good a guy I am. It's about offering. It's about being there. So, and that also kind of stuck with me. So I think today, as Maureen said, the Knight of Cups is the troubadour of passion. And I think that if we have the chance today, because I know some people, we are in a position where it's hard. We need to accept the cup. But I think today is the day to find somebody who might need that little extra bit. So with that, I hope everybody gets a chance at some point today to be that Knight of Compassion, and offer that strength to somebody. And then our reward is possibly seeing them take a step towards that. That would be our reward. And unbeknownst to us, we may be spinning our own wheel of fortune. So with that, thank you all very, very much, everybody. Take care. Have an amazing day. If you get a chance to give somebody else an amazing day, just a little, even if it's a little thing, that would be awesome too. Thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow. I will set up the schedule and everything. I will be here on time. Take care.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand, whispers of